Hello, my name is James Williams Jr., and this is Kung Fu Habit number 2. And I know what you're thinking. Whose balls did I have to fondle to keep my show on the air? Well, I'm not going to tell you, but it rhymes with me, myself, and I. Okay, being that this is on YouTube, I can probably say whatever I want without really offending people. However, I'm pretty sure that I have offended people just by that whole little Deadpool skit that I just did right there. Just in case you guys haven't seen Deadpool, you should probably see it, and don't be a douchebag full of dick tips. So, go see it. Now, I said on the last video that I was going to do a conspiracy thing. Alright. So before I joined the military, I have uncles who have served, and we used to always talk about stuff. Stuff that they probably weren't allowed to disavow while they were in the service. But, I had two uncles in the Navy. I only talked to one that was in the Navy, and I talked to one that was in the Army on my mom's side. And my other uncle on my dad's side, I only had one that went into the service who was the Army. So, we did a lot of talking and everything. None of them told me anything that has probably not been on Destination America or the Discovery Channel or anything like that. So apparently, there are some conspiracies out here, and I want to put my 2 cents on them. Alright. Let's start with Ghost. Now, I'm going to say this with an open mind. Alright? Because I believe in God, but I don't carry my ass to church. Because I know that most of the devils themselves carry their ass to church, and they try to live up here and think that if they ask for forgiveness, they can do all of the things that involve this to people and go back to church on Sunday and start again on Monday, which is today. So, if you're a churchgoer and you do evil, shady shit and you believe in God and everything, and you go to church on Sunday and repent and beg for forgiveness, how can you believe in God and not believe in ghosts? It's as simple as that. You pray to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, which are entities that we cannot see, but we believe with all our hearts that they exist. I don't go against the Bible, and I don't go against the way of the church. I just don't go to church. But I do believe in God. And I believe in some of the things in the Bible, because some things are explained in detail. It's the same thing with some of the things in Greek mythology. So they all kind of run on to each other, because Greek mythology kind of explains the season with Persephone and all that shit. Google it before we get too deep into that. Let's see, what else? There are a lot of things in the Bible that contradict themselves, and a lot of things in the Bible that do not. Now, I hadn't heard about this Lilith character until I got, to college. And I'm like, who the fuck is Lilith? Every Bible I've ever seen has always said that there's Adam and Eve and that goddamn snake. And that Eve's weak-mindedness and Adam's weak-mindedness because of his dick is why we're all the way we are now. Why men are always perverts, because Adam liked fucking. Why women have to bear baby pains and not every 28 days or whatever, is because she suckered Adam into eating that snake. Eating that apple. Y'all know what the fuck I meant. And I guess she probably said, if you want some of this being the booty, then you gotta eat this damn apple. Adam won't fucking no gorillas and shit, so, vagina sandwiches, I want that, so I'm gonna eat this motherfucking apple. There you go, in a nutshell. So y'all women who bleed every 28 days, you have no one to blame but Eve. So when y'all get to heaven, y'all can lynch that bitch. But until then, you have to deal with your cycling. And I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. Alright? Nothing at all. You can get those depot shots, but they're not guaranteed to keep you from bleeding. They work on some people, and some people wind up pregnant. So you probably don't want to take them without doing some fucking research. And there's always condoms. So let's go to my second conspiracy. Let's talk about Bigfoot and aliens and things like that. So, a lot of you guys don't believe in Bigfoot. And a lot of you guys watch these shows, Bigfoot hunting, Bigfoot alive, whatever. I watch them too. I'm not going to lie about it. But what you don't know is that Bigfoot technically is a Native American guardian. Like Coyote the Trickster, like the Deer Woman, like the Polar Bear God for the Eskimos, and the Thunderbird for the West Coast Indians. Well, Bigfoot is legendary in all tribes. And at first, he wasn't our friend, and then he became our friend and our guardian. So, we can't prove that he does not exist. We can't prove that he does. Now, there have been many shows and conspiracies where they've had people go out with sticks and make crop circles just to throw people off the trail. And there have been many shows where they had people make big feet and start walking around. They had an old guy one time who swept him down like for the last 80 years of his life. He was paid by the government to wander around and leave these big ass fucking footprints. Cool. But that doesn't explain how Bigfoot is over in the Philippines. Well, maybe not the Philippines, but like the Himalayas and some other Asian countries, and in America, and attacking certain people. Now, I will say this: in most of those cases, all of those people have been white people. All right. Now, I'm not being racist. Now, I'm about to be truthful. So, if this offends you, I'm sorry. 9 times out of 10, and this is why I love white people, and this is why I love black people. White people, when y'all hear a tree snap in the woods, y'all want to go investigate that shit. And black people, when you look back to see where we at, we done ran the fuck off. We done heard some snap in the woods. We don't like bears. We don't like wolves. They're cool to watch on TV. And that's as far as we want to go with that. But we out in the woods, and we know those damn things out there, and we ain't got no gun, we always know how to run. Know what I'm saying? So, therefore, and again, if I have offended you, especially black people, because you guys get offended over some stupider shit, where white people don't get offended as well, because white people generally don't really give a damn. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You really don't give a damn, because sometimes you guys do some shit that just is beyond normality. Or maybe it is normal for you guys. But anyway, so, in closing, the whole Bigfoot thing, the only thing the devil ever had to do was prove to the world that he does not exist. And he will have chaos, anarchy, and power. How's that working out for you, big guy? Looks like the devil has won that one. And why do I say that? Because Donald Trump is in the office. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in there. But, I'm one of these people. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. Or, if I may quote my favorite video game, Mass Effect Saga, and the Quarian Admiral Zen in the second game, many things are impossible until they're actually done, Commander. Now, I can't do the accent, but it would be cool, because I would love to be a voiceover actor. I would just be happy working in commercials right now at this point. But anyway, the thing is that there are many things on Earth that we are not meant to explain or understand until we are all back into the Great Collective, or into the Second Coming of Christ, depending on how you want to read that. Now, if you guys go to church, then the Second Coming of Christ is probably more into your tune. If you're spiritual or if you're atheist, then you probably won't know shit until it's time for you to know it, which is cool also. So, I guess I'm in a class by myself because I believe in God. I might have lost my faith a little bit, but I do believe in God. And like I said, I will just have to wait for all the answers to the questions that I want answered when I get there. I'm going to be a little mad, though, because God hasn't given me the greatest of lives, I'm blessed to be breathing. I'm blessed to be slightly healthy. But, there are people who are a lot worse off than me health-wise, but are living it up. And I need to do the same. Now, let's go into aliens. And so, aliens is a little bit more complex, alright? Because we do have a lot of questions that need to be answered, but no one can really figure them out. Has anybody ever asked, how did the father of medicine learn how to take care of us? How did he become the first doctor? Who taught him? Did he just do a lot of experiments on dead people? Did he do a lot of experiments on people and then just got really fucking lucky and saved us? You have to think about this shit. If you theorize that somebody had to teach a doctor something, it would have had to have been an alien or a time traveler. So, how can we come to this conclusion? Sorry, there was some spit or something might have happened when I talked on my screen. How can we come to this conclusion of medical school and medical technology if doctors weren't in existence at the dawn of time? Usually when we started coming out of caves and walking and talking, we just died. Now, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We just died. And then there's the Atlantis theory, where someone from Atlantis, who believed to be outer space people, taught us how to protect ourselves and how to create fire and how to fix ourselves when we are hurt because their technology was better than us, which also says that Atlanteans were from Mars. Don't ask, it's just conspiracies. I don't really understand them. I'm just throwing a theory at you, and you're either going to accept it and like it, or you're going to accept it and give me the finger and say, James, you're full of shit. But think about that shit, though. Who taught the first doctor how to be a doctor? Who taught him how many pressure points we have? Who taught him how to work the human body? Who taught him how to manipulate the joints and things when you get surgery and stitches? Who taught him how to do that? Because apparently the technique has lasted from that point to this point. But no one can say who taught the father of medicine how to be a medicine man. Did he automatically just discover this shit by accident? Somebody was bleeding. Hey, let me stitch you up real quick with this needle and thread. But I'm in so much pain. Oh, well, that's easy. Here's anesthetic. A hit you in the head with a rock. Knock your ass out. Stitch you up. Do something. Put some water on it. You know, maybe sprinkle some crack on it. Fix him right on up. So who taught this guy? Has to be somebody who was either an alien, an Atlantean, or, more importantly, a time traveler. Which, if that was the case, then there is a time machine somewhere, and I need it. Alright? I need it. I will make a second video to this. Thank you.